two things. So on that note, I'm going to welcome you to the Polished Speakers community, where we make sure that you remain polished even after going through our training programs. You want to remain polished, you want to remain refined, continuing in the career of speaking up, showing up, and being confident in your skin every time you are on stage. This is what we want to encourage here, and this is the reason why we have said that Polish speakers community will stay. Now, apart from creating this platform to help you speak, we also created this platform for ongoing career advancement programs. On that note, we like to talk about personal branding and visibility, because we know that after you polish your speaking skill, you ought to be showing up. And why we say you should show up, it's because we know that speaking and showing up in speaking engagement enhances your chances in life, increases your personal brand, increases your visibility, and much more. So we're not just asking you to refine your skill for nothing. It has an end goal, and that end goal is to make sure that you are visible to the right people. On that note, I would like to talk about personal branding and why you must be visible on LinkedIn, which is where some of you are coming short. And if I want to say well done, I would say well done to a few of you who I see regularly on LinkedIn, but I want you to do even much better. So I want you to show up talking about what you're passionate about. Someone asked a question yesterday, and I thank God she's here. She said, okay, I want to start up a consulting company and I'm working for an organization. Does that mean that, am I free to talk about what I do? I said, first, LinkedIn is not just for job seekers. Please take note of that. LinkedIn is not just for you to go and create a profile about where you work and how you are open for other opportunities. No, LinkedIn is a place where you talk about your expertise, your set of skills, your experiences. And the reason why you must talk about these things in a story form is because you want to be visible to the right people. There are people who need your set of skills, unique skills. There are people who need your set of experiences. So you wondering what to talk on LinkedIn does not help. If you are wondering what to talk on LinkedIn and you don't know where to start from, I would tell you, start talking about your experiences. Start talking about what you care about, what matters to you. Start talking about the things that you're passionate about, the things that you do. So when I tell people to talk about these things, they'll say, oh, my job. What do I want to talk about on my job? My sister, if you don't want to talk about your job, the way you do the things that you do, start talking about the knowledge that you have that is unique, the things that you intend to do. Oh, like Madam Bisola Adebaneja, what she always posts about the things that she's doing in the technological space. And people are now identifying her name to the technology space. If you are in the human resources, you need to be visible. Talk about the things that make you unique, the things that you're passionate about in that role. I am a communication strategist. I talk about communication a lot. I talk about leadership. I talk about gravitas, executive presence, because this is what I do in Polish and exec consulting. And so I can't but talk about it. So you too, if you are looking at consulting, start by teaching people what you are all about. Talk about your expertise. Talk about what you're passionate about. Tell stories. If you have a speaking engagement, talk about it. This is how to start getting visible online. Don't keep quiet. Don't say, I don't know where to start from. And I believe one or two of you would have something to say. So once we are done with this contest and we still have time, I would like us to talk about something. All right. I would like us to talk about something that I want to introduce to us. Who are going to be doing it is going to be a career fair, and it's called Confidence Revolution. How we can help a lot of other women become confident to ask their worth, to stand up for themselves, to become visible is a confidence revolution. On that note, I'll draw the line here, and I'm going to welcome J Guide to talk about today's speech contest, the requirements, what you are expected to do, and what you're not expected to do. Please, all the speakers, you are going to be speaking for just 5 minutes. And I also want to announce that 2 out of 5 won't be here today. One is an official assignment, and the other one is on a sick bed. So please, we're just left with 3 speakers. However, we're going to have a great time here. So welcome to College Speakers Community. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I believe you will be so blessed joining us today. Welcome. Day Guide, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Good evening, madam. Thank you.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here once again, and I'm going to be your evaluator for today's meeting. My role is very simple. I'm to listen to all speakers, pick out what they did well, recommend what they have to pay attention to, and work on it in order to be better next time. So that's my role for today. But before we proceed, I will like to highlight some criteria for our voting, because aside from my own evaluation, everyone here will be given the opportunity to vote who is going to be our speaker for the month. And I'd like to say again that communication is the bridge between minds. It can be individual to another individual. And in our own case today, it is individual between an individual and the audience. And building this bridge requires skill, which is why we are all here to enhance our public speaking skill, including me, your evaluator. My own training is active listening, while your own training is to speak. So we are all here to train. I want everyone to be very comfortable. This is a learning ground. My evaluation does not speak less of your own presentation. Instead, it's to help you become a better speaker. So this is our criteria. When you're voting, you have to look at clarity. You have to look at vocal variety of each speaker. You have to look at the eye contact. You have to look at the gestures, physical gestures, your hand gestures, and every other one. You have to look at audience awareness. How aware is the speaker of the audience? You have to look at the comfort level, and you have to look at the structured content. So these are the things I would like you to all write them down so that when you're voting, you will vote according to what I just listed out. Clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, structured content. Thank you very much. And I wish all the speakers a great time. Thank you. My name is Imabong Essien. Over to you, Coach.
Let's put our hands together for J Guide. She is our professional evaluator, and I want you to be rest assured that she is following a criteria that we have laid out that we think would help you improve quickly and dramatically on this platform. All right, on that note, I'm going to welcome the first speaker of today. Carol Akaba is not here. Carol Akaba is supposed to be the first speaker of today. All right, While we wait for her, I'd like to welcome Madam Bisola Adabaneja. Madam Bisola Adabaneja. You all know her, but I would like to read her profile. Bisola Adabaneja. Madam Bisola, I hope I have your profile right.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Okay, but little I know about Madam Bisola Adabaneja, she is no, I do. Let me go for it. Sorry. Let me go for it. I know you sent something. Yes. Okay. Madam Bisola Adabaneja is
I'm not hearing you.
You are not audible, ma.
muted myself. So sorry. All right, sorry. I'm going to repeat myself again. Madam Bisola Adabaneja is an engineer. She is a several award winner, a recipient of the Outstanding Award for Service for the most efficient civil and public servant in the senior category, as presented by the Excellency Governor Sheyi Makinde in Oyo State. She is celebrated and she is a celebrated civil servant in the ICT, and she is occupying the role of ICT director in Oyo State. She is an award winner and she is a member of the STEM. You all know what STEM stands for. Is it statistics, technology, engineering, and mathematicians and group? She is a speaker that is worth listening to. She's doing a lot of professional development when it comes to young people and mentorship in Oyo State. On that note, I'd like to welcome her. It's an honor to have her in our platform. It's an honor to have her as a friend and also as a client. On that note, I'm going to welcome her to speak to us tonight on the topic of the month. Mrs. Adabanija, over to you right now. Thank you for honoring this invitation.
Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me very well.
Yes, we
I hope
can.
I'm audible. Thank you so much, Coach. And I also want to greet all the panelists and also my other colleagues. Today, we'll be talking about if I could go back in time and advise my younger self. You've introduced me. My name is Adabani Jaroima Tabisola. I'm an engineer and I'm also the director of ICT for Oyo State Government. I occupy the position of the chairperson of the Association of Professional Women Engineers in Oyo State. And I'm a visionary leader and I love to mentor the younger ones. If I could go back to my younger self and advise myself, advise the younger Bisola, what would I say? Well, Bisola grew up as a naive, timid, young person. I happened to be the daughter of a principal who was a disciplinarian and a mother who wanted the best for her daughter. But unfortunately, I did not take that as if, I went to a shell and I became so naive and a timid person. Sometimes I would ask myself, what exactly do you know how to do best? What exactly is it's your goal? So now, and I've become a visionary leader, somebody that speaks to the community, somebody that mentors and a role model to many others. What would I tell the younger Bisola today? first off, what I would tell the younger Bisola is that you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself because, yes, I was a brilliant young girl. I did not actually believe in myself. I was very, very good in mathematics and other STEM subjects. I didn't believe in myself. So the first thing I will tell her is that you have to believe in yourself and know you have a goal. You must have a goal. And having a goal, you must set to plan yourself. Ensure that you have a positive mindset in whatever you are doing. And when you have a positive mindset, the sky is going to be the limit for you. We know our lives cannot be gotten back, but the experiences and the lessons we have learned in our lives will shape in whatever we need to do. So having a positive mindset, planning yourself, setting your goals, and ensure that you acquire a lot of soft skills along your life. So I would tell Bisola, the younger one, that you must continue to acquire soft skills. That is your communication skills. You must ensure ensure you have the communication skills, and also remain humble. When you remain humble, you make yourself accessible to people, continue to learn, unlearn, and relearn, and learn from the older ones. Because, I saw my dad as a disciplinarian, someone very strict. So I couldn't really look up to him. I was looking up to him because, yes, I could look up to him, but he was strict, so I feared him. So, I mean, we parents, we should lessen the way we are strict. So now, as a older person, I see myself, mentoring the younger ones and ensuring I tell them, you can do it. Believe in yourself. All this, ensure that you have enough emotional intelligence, continue to learn, relearn, and be strong, be resilient, because you have to be dogged in whatever you're doing. When you believe yourself and you know you can do it, you keep moving and you keep learning from people, and the sky is going to the sky is going to be the limit for you. And over the years, I've learned a lot of things, making myself accessible as a speaker and also learning. One of the main things I can say I've learned over the years is joining and getting myself involved with Coach Ineka, the coach who taught me more of diction, how I could make my pronunciation better, how I could also be a better person making my presentation. This has really allowed me to make myself accessible, and it's really getting me more and more accessible day in, day out. So thank you so much for doing this for me. And I hope that the younger people which I'm mentoring now, which are my story, because it's good to tell your story to the younger ones. So what I'm telling the younger Bisola is what I will tell the younger generation of people I'm mentoring. Get a role model. When you have a role model, it assists you in what you're doing. You look up to that person, that this person, I want to be like this person. I want to be like Engineer Dabanija, who goes around, who is a tech person, who is also an engineer. So this is what I do to the younger engineers in STEM. I encourage them. And what I'm telling the younger Bisola is what I would tell them. So as a younger person, remain strong, make yourself accessible, and the sky is going to be the limit for you. And as a mentor to girls, more of girls, I tell them, when you learn more and more, you challenge stereotypes. They won't say that you're a woman, you can't do this. They won't say that you cannot be an engineer, you cannot be a tech person. So keep learning and make yourself to learn more, to know what you're doing. So remain strong, touch lives even as a younger person, learn to touch lives as a younger person, and the sky is going to be the limit for you. In conclusion, I'll say be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know what you're doing, and you know that you will be where you don't even expect yourself to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. So we all felt like you're talking to us, because this is just an advice to your younger self. Thank you so much for that speech. We appreciate you a lot. So we're going to welcome Yekini Kehinde. Yekini had spoken on this platform before, and we're so glad that you are back. I'm going to read her profile. Make sure that you are available. Yekini. Yekini is a tax consultant in the Lagos state government. She is working with a tax consultant to make sure that people pay their tax. Also, she is a top official mentoring young people. She is interested in improving herself continually, and that's why she is still here. And she wants to make sure that we all experience her. On that note, I want to welcome her. We are grateful that you are here and you're going to be speaking today. Please, over to you now.
Thank you, Coach. Good evening. To the topic for today. Every scar tells a story. I'll be sharing the wisdom that I have gained by imagining a conversation with that person who took those first unsteady steps, my younger self. This isn't about regret, but actions that could have saved some heartache, or shaped a more fulfilling journey. So, the younger me out there, you are listening today, here's what I have for you. Number one, cultivate meaningful connection. By this, I mean you should invest your time and energy in building genuine relationships with people.
Now, Yakini, can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear her again,
So,
Coach.
Yakini, honestly, we couldn't hear you. It's like your internet is glitchy, so we couldn't even hear you. So, is there anything you can do to change your internet, or maybe you reposition yourself to have access? Please, because we can't hear you. Yakini, can you hear us? Okay, yeah, she's trying to do something about it. So sorry, she will have to start all over again.
Okay, can I start now?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start all over again.
Yeah, please.
Every scar tells a story, and every storm teaches a lesson. Today, I'll be sharing the wisdom I have gained by imagining a conversation with the person who took those first unsteady steps, my younger self. This isn't about a regret, but giving a guiding hand, a gentle nudge in directions that could have saved some heartaches, amplified joy, and shaped a more fulfilling journey. So, younger me out there, if you're here listening to me today, here are my words for you. Number one, cultivate meaningful connections. By this, I mean invest your time and energy in building genuine relationships with people that care about you and whose values truly aligns with yours. When you develop connection with people, you might never know when these connections could lead to an opportunity or provide you with valuable support. Let's take, for example, when I finished my youth service, the moment I came to meet my father in Lagos, and I said, Daddy, I'm back. The next thing he did then was he picked up his phone and put a call through to his friend. This friend happened to be a younger colleague while he was working, because at the time I finished my youth, my dad was already retired. So he called this director in the Lagos state government, and the next thing the man told him was, after 2 weeks, I should see him in the office. After 2 weeks, I went to this director. He asked me to be coming to the office every day. And after 2 weeks, I just got a letter saying I should resume. And that's where I am today. This is to tell you that when you build connections with people, it can save you so many struggles of life. I always tell my kids, I never did applications. I never go about the streets of Lagos looking for jobs. And the connection my daddy built while in office paved this kind of way to me. And it changed my trajectory about valuable and genuine relationships. Secondly, find your values and live by them. By this, I mean, you should know what truly matters to you, your core values. When you identify your core values, these principles guide you in your actions and your decisions. Living in alignment with your core values, helps you bring a sense of purpose and integrity to your life. Thirdly, develop knowledge of literacy, financial literacy early on. The younger me, try and learn about savings, budgeting, and financial and investments. Knowing about all this will help you as you progress in life. Understand the benefits of compound interest. Know the implications of financial decisions that you take. Like I told you, my job opportunity as of today came from the relationship I got from my dad, but there was a twist that I experienced. Yeah. When I got the opportunity to work with the Lagos state government, I was strategically placed. When you're in government and you're strategically placed, you tend to be on the edge. Benefits accrue to you. And I experienced it. But guess what? I mismanaged the opportunity. I didn't know how to save my money, manage my money, take some key investment decisions. So my younger me, do not repeat this mistake that I did. Fourthly, develop emotional intelligence. Developing emotional intelligence allows you to understand the emotions of others and your own emotions. Developing emotional intelligence helps you to navigate life's complexities, and it also enhances your relationships with people. Let me tell you, it won't always be easy, but you will be fine. That struggle that you feel will make you, it will shape you. So keep your head up, trust in God, and never dim your light. Since I can't turn back time, so I will move forward with grace and keep showing up, glowing up, and continue to raise other women as I climb, because that is the reflex. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for that delivery. Awesome. All right, the moment has just come. Like I told you, Carol is not here, and I didn't receive any formal information that she wouldn't be around. So we are just stopped with just two speakers. So we are glad. Let's put our hands together for these two wonderful speakers, Engineer Bisola and Mrs. Yakini. Thank you for that awesome delivery. Now it's our time to make a choice for the speaker of the day. What stood out for you? What did they do better? What did you learn from them? So you go to the chat room. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, what we do is to say, okay, Engineer Bisola, okay, or maybe Yakini, this is what she did that I love so much. Her story was, her this was relatable. Oh, book of variety. Oh, she delivered with clarity. Whatever stood out for you that you know best how to describe on the chat room, please make your choice between these two speakers and let's move forward. All right, go to the chat room, everybody, while we wait for the evaluator to give us an evaluation of their speech today. I'm waiting in the chat room. Let's go. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone, please. This choice is between Mrs. Yakini and that's the first speaker is Engineer Bisola and Mrs. Yakini. All right, so let me go to the chat room now and see what everybody is saying. Okay, please don't miss it. There's Engineer Bisola. So is it? Are you referring to Lawa? Lanre Lawa, you said Engineer Yakini. So Yakini is not an engineer, except you want to say Mrs. Yakini, that's the second speaker. So Josephine said Mrs. Yakini, that's 1 point. Claire, okay, Yakini from Lanre, okay. Yeah, Taiwo stated, who is Taiwo? He stated well by telling us a story about how she got the job. She gave 5 ways of building a good relationship. Okay. Okay, so that is Yakini. Mrs. Yakini's speech was relatable. Her voice was clear. Yakini, the first speaker stayed too long delivering her speech, but she gave relatable instances. So are you saying she did well? So I'm putting Bisola 1. Inumidu said Yakini was very eloquent and had a good build-up. So Yakini, 1 more point. So please, let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Chineye, you have not said anything yet. Janet, I've not seen anything from you. Okay, please remind them to use the criteria. Yes, I also, okay, that is coming from J Guide. Please make sure that you have, you remember the guide that J Guide shared. You must make sure that you remember all the things that I used to assess you on as a speaker, the speech, check for proper pronunciation, check for articulation, that's everything that has to do with eloquence. Then come to vocal variety, check for vocal variety, whether the person is enunciating their words. Then come down to content organization. So please remember to use all of these in your delivery. Then come to relatability, adaptability. All of those things are part of how you should rate these speakers. All right. Bolaji said the second speakers. All right. So I've put your point on Bisola. All right. So I'm waiting. Who else is here to give us a point? Or Gaga? Or Gaga, what is your choice? Janet said second speaker. Her pace was very apt. All right. That is Yakini. my younger self, if you are there, listen to me. This is simply spot on and relatable. Good job, Mrs. Yakini. Good introduction and adaptability. Wow. All right, that's for Yakini. Bola Adeniji says, I will go with Yakini, though would have loved to have more speakers for today. All right. So Yakini. So today, I'm going to also listen to Imabon. So all the people in the house have made their choice. So we will wait for J Guide to give us their own evaluation before we make a decision for today. J Guide, over to you.
Thank you very much, Coach, for this opportunity to be the evaluator. So I'm going to start with the first speaker, Bisola. Bisola, I want to say thank you for taking up this opportunity to deliver your speech. Your content had so much we could learn from. And I want to say your voice was clear enough. I could hear you very well. Your content was quite rich. Like I said before, a lot of lessons to learn from your speech. And you appeared to be very comfortable with your message. You ended your speech in a strong way. You ended with a call to action, which makes you a great speaker. But I would like to recommend few things for you to go back and work on. First of all, the setting of your camera. Anytime you want to make a virtual presentation, it's important to set your camera in such a way that we can see your face, just like you are seeing my face now, Because your camera wasn't properly set, I would say you were not able to connect with your audience. So I recommend setting of your camera right anytime you're having a virtual presentation. Then secondly, you were already introduced by Coach. So there was no need for you to, introduce yourself to us again, because we've already heard a lot from Coach while she was introducing you. Your opening is supposed to be, okay, for great speakers, they open their speech with either a quote or a rhetoric questions. Yes, that makes you a great speaker. So I recommend anytime you're giving a presentation, is either you start your presentation with a quote. It gives you a strong opening when you start your presentation with either a quote or a question. It makes your audience to want to hear more of what you have to say. And I'll also recommend you write down your speech. Write down your speech and make sure it comes in a constructive way. That will enable you to practice. When you write down your speech, it will enable you to practice and practice and practice and get comfortable with your speech. And when you write down your speech, you have to be sure that it's in a constructive way. You have an opening, you have the body of the speech, and a strong closing, which is a call to action. But in all, you made a great presentation. And I want to encourage you to keep showing up. The more you show up, the more you get better at your presentation. So I want to encourage you to keep coming. I look forward to evaluating you again. Thank you very much for taking up this opportunity to share with us everything you put up in that presentation.
Thank you.
So for the second speaker, Yekini. Yekini, you started your speech strongly. I want to say thank you for taking up the opportunity to make this presentation. You started your speech in a very strong way. You started with a quote. That gives you an H. Your voice was clear enough. I could hear you clearly, though you had network issues at the beginning. But when you sorted it out, I could hear you clearly. And you shared your personal story. And that gives you an H too. It makes you look authentic. It gives you, your audience will want to hear more because it has to do with real life story. But I have few recommendations too. First one is for you to always have a substitute network anytime you are making a presentation online. Always have a substitute network because we couldn't hear you initially. Then the use of hand gesture is very, very okay, very appropriate for great speakers. But when you put it to your audience, especially, and I'll also recommend you stand next time. Since we are doing training, it's important for you to stand when you're giving your speech. You know, because you were sitting down, your hand was really on our faces, and that will distract your audience a lot. So hand gesture is very good, but when it becomes too much, it becomes distracting. You appear not too comfortable with your presentation, and I would like to say that's because you did not practice enough. So next time, please take out time to practice your speech over, and you can do it more than 20 times. And you will see the difference when you own your speech. When you practice and own your speech, your presentation will be different compared to when, you know, you just write your speech, glance through it, you know, definitely you have a backup to look at. But when you practice that speech over and over again, you appear very comfortable, you appear very confident before your audience. So I recommend, please practice your speech. You'll see the difference in your presentation. In all, I want to say thank you very much for showing up. You did well. And I look up to evaluating you again. So just take all the points, all the recommendations, work on it, and you see yourself getting better at your presentation. Even me, I'll be evaluated too as an evaluator. So we are all here to learn, and I hope to see everyone again. And I know we'll keep improving the more we show up. Thank you very much. Over to you, Coach.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, J Guide, for that evaluation. So we want to ask you, J Guide, if you are to give them a grade. So why don't you give them a grade? Okay, so we love the feedback you've given, but remember what we said. We want to start grading them so we can add whatever you give them to the points we already have. So grade them over 10. So what was their performance like today?
Okay. Just give me a few minutes.
All right, we'll give you a few minutes. Okay. So I'd like to talk to, while we wait for J Guide to work on the scores that we'll give to two of them, and then we'll add it to what the community had chosen or had given them. Let me talk to every one of you on this platform. Some people come to train in the Polish and Excel Consulting Limited and then go because they just want to have knowledge. But some of you who stayed back are here because you don't just want to have knowledge, you want to have a platform to apply that knowledge, and that's why you're here. And we still have some people who still join this platform and are not active, and we really need to talk to you. That defeats the purpose, because I like to tell you, it's not everyone who trains with us that are here, but if you are here, you have to truly be here. Don't just come here and watch other people perform. Be in the show. Be actively involved and start delivering speeches that will make you even much better as a speaker. Look at the evaluation they are getting. Yakini, this is her second time of speaking. Initially, the last time she spoke, she didn't, I don't want to say this, but she knew that she could have done better. She came back and she's doing better than she did the previous time. Had she not started the first time, she wouldn't have gotten the feedback she needed to go and work on. So what am I telling you in essence? If you are here and you have not spoken in a while, or you have not even spoken at all, you're not serving yourself. You are not doing well. It's a disservice to you and you're not improving. So that's not fair to yourself. All you just have to do is to get into the game so that you can improve on your speaking skill and get better and better. All right? So confidence is required because some of you don't want to stand that evaluation. But I tell you, if you do it, you'll be better for it. All right. I believe J-Guide is ready for us. Please get ready to speak in the month of May. Well done. Okay. Ikpaye has something to say.
I'll give.
Ikpaye, do you have something to say to what I've just said, or you can wait? Let her finish our evaluation. Okay.
Yes. What are the what do I call it? Criteria for selecting these people that are speaking today?
No.
Because my group,
criteria.
My class, we just started and we ended the class yesterday. I'm just seeing this, your statement for the first time. I remember we watched maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So how do you bring these people in? If I want to be one of them, what is the
There's
criteria?
No criteria. The only criteria is that you have gone through the coaching and you have been told how to start your speech and you have gone through all the knowledge that you needed. So it's time to give back to us by practicing what we've told you. So there's no criteria at all. It's just passing through the class and getting ready to practice what you've learned. So there's no criteria. If you want to speak next month, please DM me and I'll put down your name. When the topic comes out, get ready to practice and get ready to deliver. All right, thank you, ma'am. I hope you got that.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. J-Guide, over to you.
Okay, I'll give Yekini 6 over, Yekini, I'll give Yekini 7 over 10, then Bisola 6 over 10.
Okay, thank you so much, J-Guide, for your first course. All right, I believe they all did well, and we had just the 2 of them. First of all, I want us to put our hands together for them for showing up. Amongst the 5 persons who indicated interest, 2 of them showed up. So we want to give it to them. That is fair enough. Bisola, thank you for that delivery. Yekini, thank you for that awesome delivery. So right now, I'm going to go back to the score. Evaluator gave Yekini 7 out of 10. Bisola 6 out of 10 plus. Bisola had 2 people picking her as a speaker of the day. And so she has 8 points, a total of 8 points. Yekini had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people picked her from the community as a speaker of the day, plus 7 points from the evaluator. That's making 15 points. So in other words, Yekini becomes the speaker of the month of April. Can we put our hands together for her? Yekini, can you turn on your video and receive this award graciously? How do you feel about this performance?
Thank you, everyone. I feel honored, but I know there's still room for progress. This is my second attempt. During my first attempt, I watched the replay and I know that my performance there was nowhere to be found. So I put in more effort despite my tight schedule, and I thank God how it went. I congratulate my partner, to Engineer Bisola, well done. And to everyone that voted me, thank you. To my honorable coach, thank you. I esteemed IJ Guide, if I got that right, thank you so much. I took the feedback and I put them down. I'll work on every point you raised for better delivery next time. Thank you all.
Yes. Thank you. So congratulations to Yakini, Kende Yakini. Great job, well done. We look forward to more confident delivery. And to Bisola, which is her first time, it's her first time here. We need to also know that when people come to speak for the first time, it's usually like this. It doesn't mean that that is who they really are. The thing is that when she's going to come next time, you wouldn't believe. She might even take this course. So you have now become the star speaker of the day, Yakini. So we give it to you. Well done, well done, well done. On this note, I also want to invite more people to speak. It's been a while. Janet, we are looking forward to your speech. Inumidun. You're owing me plenty things. And you know, all the smile that you're having on your face is because you know what you have been doing. So, Inumidun, you are going to be speaking next month. All of you that are keeping quiet, they have not spoken. Chineye, turn
Okay,
on your
I'll
video.
do that. I'll do
Madam
that.
Alight, all right.
Thank you.
Madam Alight will be speaking. Yes, I can't wait to see you again. Ndidi, Onwe Pipe, you are going to speak. Josephine, come on board again. Madam Bola Deniji, I look forward to you guys. Next month, we are going to have more people speak, more new people speak. So if you're not yet a Star One speaker, please take that bandwagon and join. We want to have more speakers join the Star One group. All right. Please, this is my challenge to you. I'm excited at what's going on. I'm excited at what has happened today. And I also want to let you know that we have other plans for your career advancement. It's called Confidence Revolution. Confidence Revolution is designed to make you speak up, to make you show up for yourself, to make you take advantage of opportunities that are out there. You cannot continue to hide and expect good things to come to you. It is time for you to commit to excellence. It's time for you to commit to your growth. It's time for you to commit to visibility. And so I look forward to having more of you coming up. So this confidence revolution, we're going to work on it. Emma Bon and I and some other selected speakers will be looking at that sometime in August. Is a confidence revolution for career professionals. You're going to invite your friends. It's organized by the Polish Speakers Community and Polish and Excel Consulting Limited. So we're going to put our hands together to talk about how women can begin to occupy more space in the political. So good thing we have a lot of government officials in our midst, in the political sphere, in the career sphere, whatever sphere of contact or career professional that you are, you can begin to show up in ways that gives you the upper hand. So on that note, I want to congratulate every one of you and congratulate the speaker of the month, Yakini. Thank you for doing an exceptional job tonight. And I also want to thank my evaluator, my partner, J Guide, for always delivering. Thank you for the excellent job you do. I know you did mention that even myself, I get evaluated. Yes, I actually evaluate what she does, and I can tell you that she has been on point. She has been on point, and every one of you can attest to it. So please, if you're going to be speaking next month, kindly indicate interest. I'm not going to call you because if I call you, some of you think that I'm doing you a favor. You're not paying for this. We are doing it to encourage you to show up and to be your best. That we're not leaving you. We want every one of us to grow and become even more than clients relationship. It's a friendship relationship, networking relationship that we're trying to build. And like Yakini mentioned, we have to invest in building connection. What she said tonight, I'm going to go watch the video again. So make sure you watch the video. There's a lot that we can learn from these two speakers tonight, honestly. Things that we can work on ourselves to improve. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, J Guide. Thank you, Speaker of the Day. Thank you, Bisola. Thank you for showing up. Please, let's continue to show up and be there for all the speakers who will be speaking next month. God bless you. Can someone pray for us now? Yes, we have a pastor in our midst, Mrs. Inumidun. Please, can you please pray for us as we go today? Thank you, ma'am.
Heavenly Father, okay, let me Okay, Heavenly Father, we just want to say thank you.
Yes,
We want
Lord.
to bless your name. We want to say, hallowed be your name. Thank you
Yes,
for
Lord.
this speaking contest that we have had. Thank you for our Mrs. Yakini, for the engineer. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for Coach Carries. Thank you for all of us that have come together to be inspired, to be encouraged. And I thank you because we know that the plans you have for us, they are plans of good and not of evil, to bring us into a future and an expected end. And we just want to say thank you because we know that it is well with all of us. We'll continue
Yes,
to
Lord.
get better and better in all that we do. We declare open heavens over every single person here. We declare
Amen.
that as we enter into this new week, the favor of the Lord will follow us. The mercy of God will speak for us. And we thank you for the speaking platforms. We thank you for all the people that we're mentoring. We'll continue to get better and better. We thank you even for Coach Carries, more clients for her in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
We just thank that most of all, help all of us to be excellent at
Yes,
what
Lord.
we do.
Yes,
We just
Lord.
worship your mighty God. We say thank
Hallelujah.
you. And we thank you for the speaking for next month. That's the month of May. For all everybody that will participate, it will truly be inspiring. It will be, it will be an amazing May for all of us. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
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 Yeah, thank you
Amen.
so
And
much, Ma.
amen.
Yes, everyone. Thank you. Have a great month of April.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.